Okay. I hope that this is a really good angle. Before I get into this video, there is a trigger warning. Deals with sexual assault. If you need to click away, pause the video at any moment, feel free to do so. Really fine. There will be like no cuts, no editing, nothing to this video, just my raw reaction, my raw emotion, everything. So this is 15 minutes. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. I believe the statistic is 1 in every 4 women is sexually assaulted. Many things happen with assault, either like rape or even just being harassed by somebody at work or anything like that. Unfortunately, I was a victim of sexual assault, not by one time, but multiple different times. But the main one that really like hit me hard and like really affected me was when I was raped on April 25th at 12:12 a.m. Now, I have made a video about it prior. I talk about it every year and everything like that, but like this year, like, it's not something to celebrate, it's not something to have an anniversary for, it's just how I cope with it. I have never really faced it or anything like that, but I'm pretty much here to tell my story and how it affected me afterwards, because I feel like it's not talked about enough how it's affected afterwards. So pretty much I'm just gonna get into it. I met this guy. I'm not gonna name drop his name. I met this guy. We started talking for a little bit and everything. We first hung out at the Gloucester Outlets, walked around, hung out and everything like that. And what I noticed was he brought me to his car. We drove separately, but then he brought me to his car, alcohol all over, and he reeked of it. And he also smelled like weed. Weed didn't bother me not that much, but it was the alcohol that really got to me. So it was very concerning to me. And the fact that he was drinking and driving concerned me even more. So I should have known right then and there that it was a red flag, but it didn't comprehend in my head because I was so young. I believe I was 19 years old. I was 19 years old. So that all happened. We stopped talking for a little bit, started talking again. So it was the night that it happened. So the night that it happened, I'm gonna be honest, it was a long day, long night. I got done a long shift at work, and I was gonna go hang out with my one friend, but she canceled because she had other obligations, and I said that's completely fine. So then he asked to hang out, and I was like, in my head I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should. He said he's all the way out in Philly at his cousin's house, and I said I don't feel comfortable going to your cousin's house. So he said that we could just hang out around like on South Street and everything, and I said okay, that's fine. So I did it, and that was the biggest mistake of my entire life. I drove all the way out there, all the way out to South Street, and everything was fine. Like I waited like 15-20 minutes just for him to come outside of his cousin's house and everything, and like I'll be honest, like I was really like frustrated. I was like really mad about it because I was like, what is this kid doing, like blah blah blah, like what is he plotting, or like not plotting, but like I was like, I'm just like, what is he doing, you know, like I'm in Philly in a random parking lot or whatever, you know. So bada bing bada boom, he finally comes out and he reeks like he was like smoking. So I was like, okay, that's like not cool. I was like, this is gonna be weird now, because it's like I don't like that. He asked me if I want to smoke, I said no and everything, and I was like, all right, whatever. And then so we start driving, and then we went to a gas station. I can't remember the exact gas station, But we went to the gas station and we pulled up. He asked me to give him money, and I told him no because he wanted to go buy Dutchess or whatever like that. Like, it's the black. It's like a black with like green packaging. I think it's like Dutchess or something. I can't specifically remember. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not giving you the money, blah, blah, blah. So pretty much he was like, okay, I'm gonna go in. Before he goes in, a cop pulls up and he starts freaking out. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? He pulls out 2 bottles, or like 2 cans of alcohol of like beer. He is also underage, by the way. He's the same age as me, 19 years old. Pulls out 2 things of beer or whatever like that, and then starts freaking out, throws it on the floor, and then gets out of the car. And I was like, what the hell? And then I didn't think anything of it, and then that's when I knew I should have, like, okay, I should probably go home. Like, this probably isn't safe for me. Like, this is not, like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I didn't. And I stayed. So he came back, he got the Dutchess with no money. Don't know how he got it. I don't know if he stole it. I don't know if he asked somebody for money or anything like that. I don't specifically know. So I was like, okay, like, that's fine. And like, we start driving around, not knowing really what to do, not knowing like, oh, like, should we still hang out, blah, blah, blah. So he tells me to pull over. And like, we're like by a picketed fence. I don't know if you guys know where the Club the Ave is, but it was somewhere around there. And I didn't realize it until 2 years later. That's where I was. And pretty much we pull over and we're just sitting there talking, and then he goes to kiss me. So I'm like, okay, like, it's fine. And then he just starts like asking me, he's like, oh, do you want to go in the back seat, da da da, whatever. I was like, dude, no, like, I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable, like, I don't want to do that, blah, blah, blah. And he just kept persisting it. And I'm like, dude, no. I said no. So then he says, oh, I want to show you something. He then grabs my wrist, twists it behind my back, and said it's a wrestling move. And then that's when I knew that I needed to get out of this situation now, or something bad's gonna happen to me. And I was scared. And I didn't really know what to do. So I just went along with everything. And then I was like, oh, like, maybe we should go get food. We go to South Street. We go to Jim's Steaks. And we're hanging out there eating steaks, cheese steaks and everything. And I pay, get the cheesesteaks and everything, and then I go back to my car. I don't like my cheesesteak. I leave it in my back seat. Then I pull up to his cousin's house to go drop his cousin off, or not his cousin, to drop him off at his cousin's house and everything. And then he keeps still persuading, go in the back seat, go in the back seat. Like, dude, no, like, I don't want to do this, blah, 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 and everything. And then, like, he just, like, gave me the look. And I was like, okay. So then I went in the back seat of my own car. And that's when it happens. The only thing I can remember from the entire thing is looking over as I'm laying down, looking at the time, and it's 12:12 a.m. I was ill. I sat there in my head and was like, there's no way. Then people started walking by, and he stopped. He waited and continued again once they were gone. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And I knew he was stronger than me in that moment after what he pulled earlier. His mom called, which caused him to stop everything, answered the phone to his mom, and said he had to leave. And I'm just sitting there staring at him, and I'm in shock. Because now I don't know what to do. He gets out. I start driving home. And the only thing I could think of in my head is, why did I go out tonight? Now, before this, there's a TikTok trend going around of National Rape Day on April 24th. Now, I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but whoever created that is sick in the fucking head. Thinking that people won't actually believe that that is real with half these things that these people do. I wish I stayed home that night. I wish I listened. I wish I was stronger. And I most definitely wish I yelled for help when the person walked by. Okay, there is going to be cuts in this because I didn't know my camera stopped recording halfway through a certain amount of time. Sorry, guys. He silenced me for a very long time. I have never felt so disgusted with myself. I have never felt so, like, in awe with myself. I felt like I could never talk about this. I felt like I couldn't tell anybody because it was embarrassing, because I let somebody do that to me. I felt lost. That I lost a part of myself. That I let this happen to me. I asked for it. I did it. The clothes that I'm wearing right now is the same outfit I was wearing that night. Just different brand. I could not bring myself up to wear what I wore that night. It was a pink t-shirt and a pair of gray shorts. This is the outfit I was wearing that night, and I truly do not believe I was asking for it. So for people saying that I was asking for it, I wasn't. I wasn't. It was a long night. A very long night. And I wish it went differently. But it didn't. I'm driving home. I call two people. One didn't answer, one was asleep, the other one answered. I went to my friend Adrian's house. And I explained to him the situation. I explained to him everything that happened. And he was there for me. Texted my friend Melissa. She was working. Then my one manager found out, and then my other manager found out. So then I get a FaceTime call from Alicia saying, hey, I heard what happened. Are you okay? What do you need? In that moment, I didn't know what I needed. All I knew is that I was terrified. I didn't know what was going to happen to me, to him, or what was going to go on forward with this. I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it. And it's gonna make this video short in that time, but if you stayed this long, that's how long it lasted for. That is how long he did all those bad things to me. How long I had to sit there and wait for that phone call from his mom to make. Very traumatic. So the aftermath. Alicia, Rachel, Melissa all came to the special, like the police department with me. I went to the police department in Mantua, even though it happened in Philly. They told me they couldn't do anything for me. I really had to go to the bathroom, and they let me go to the bathroom. I should have never went to the fucking bathroom. Had to go all the way to Philly. We were there until 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, waiting to get a rape kit done. They had me take 15 different pills to get everything out of my system. Wouldn't take my car for any evidence or nothing. And I sat there, and I went to my friend Fiona's house right after. And I was throwing up, puking everywhere. And I was afraid to tell anybody else but them. I told Alicia, Rachel, Melissa, Fiona, Adrian, and Dan. And when they found out, they were there for me. And I can never repay them for, they will forever have a place in my whole heart for everything they did for me that night. For that day after as well. Something in me changed that day. I can't tell you what it was, but I know something did. That I promised myself I would never let that shit happen to me ever again. So now on to how it changed me. What happened, afterwards. If you didn't know, August of 2023, I found out he died. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's good, he's dead, blah, blah, blah. No. I would rather personally see him in jail, living a personal hell, than be fucking dead. Do you understand how many times I wanted to die? How many times I wanted to kill myself? Because that happened to me. Everything I went through right after that. I did not want to live. I didn't want to be alive because I was embarrassed of what happened to me. And I was so scared of it happening again. It made me develop a fear where I can never say no to a guy because I have no idea what he could fucking do to me. My camera's gonna die. Simply, I tried to kill myself. And my coworker Ian texted me and said, hey, are you okay? I was in the middle of ODing. But he's lucky because he's dead, apparently. And I'm not. I have developed a hypersexual like tension thing. I can't say no to a guy because I am terrified of what will happen. And I feel like ever since that, I feel like I have only been validated enough for it to be worth my body and only my body. My mental health has went to shit. I used to be terrified of seeing him anywhere and everywhere. Had no idea when, where, how, who, what, when. But I had a feeling that he was going to be there at the wrong time, at the wrong place, while I'm there. And that's something that I did not want. And I was living in fear almost every single day for 2 years while the police didn't do anything. Justice was never served. At all. And honestly, it is what it is. And I'm not surprised. Because they said, quote unquote, it's a high crime rate here. So they can't get everybody. He was already in the system. He was already in the system. So I'm here today to make not light of the situation, but more awareness. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's the sick people who choose to do this to somebody and ruin them. Now, this does not have to ruin you forever. It gets better, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be easy. You are stronger than what that person did to you. Not one thing you could have changed would have made the situation different. You cannot reverse back time. But it will make you a stronger person mentally. And probably physically. It has made my self-image worse. My mental health worse. It made almost everything worse for me. But I would find the light in my friends who were there for me 24/7. And I could never thank them enough. Even my best friend Grace right now, like, I still talk about with her here and there. I don't talk about that often because, you know, like you're not alone. If I can get through it, you can get through it. I'm trying not to cry. It will all be okay. It will all get better. Yes, it's going to change you mentally. It's going to change you physically. But it's just one day at a time, one step at a time. You don't even have to know what you're doing the next day. Take a day at a time. We just need to raise more awareness to it. And for people saying, just say no, it's more than that. It's more than that. It can happen to a guy, it can happen to a girl, it can happen to anybody. It's more than you telling me you should have said no. My camera's gonna die, and I had to do a couple different cuts because it can only record a certain amount of time. If you are out there struggling with this, talk to somebody. Don't keep it in, because it's not gonna work. I've tried it, it did not work for me. I crashed out, and I got worse because I held it in. You are not alone. And it's not your fault. It's not. People say it's your fault. It's not. It's not because of the clothes you wear. It's not because of the way you act. It's not because you put yourself out there. It's not. People will be dirty, and it can happen to anybody at any point in time. It is not your fault. That's my story. I have never publicly talked about it like this. but I'm glad I did. But now I need to heal properly from this, because I never fully healed. It will get better. It takes time.